All right, let's talk about one of the biggest comebacks in music right now. We are just hours away from a brand new album drop from global K-pop phenomenon. Yes, BTS, and that's just an opening act. We're looking at a massive world tour and a high-stakes live stream deal with Netflix already on the books.
So if BTS has been a distant memory for you, that's because these 7 guys were out of action for 4 years doing military service, and then they're back immediately to pump out this upcoming 14-track album, Julie, that you mentioned. And then they kick off their Arirang World Tour in Seoul. In total, 82 shows across 5 continents. These guys are hardly going to have any rest.
Yeah, actually, I have a bit deja vu moment because I'm thinking about the Taylor Swift Eras tour as well. That one brought in more than $2 billion from 149 shows. And now analysts, they're saying BTS could rival that, generating at least $1 billion in ticket sales alone. So fewer shows, but bigger bucks, because if you go beyond the ticket sales, there is the broader economic impact.
Yeah, a very big moment, and we'll crunch the numbers in just a bit. But first, here's a look at how the 7-member boy band's reunion is lifting the entire K-pop ecosystem.
When 33-year-old BTS fan Raymart Enrico snagged a ticket to the boy band's concert in South Korea's Goyang City, it felt like winning the lottery. The odds weren't completely unlike it either. Tens of thousands of tickets to the 3-night opener of their tour sold out completely moments after they were released. Mr. Enrico has been a fan since 2014 and said it has been his dream to see all 7 members on stage together. He says he has spent thousands of dollars on their merchandise alone, with 20 to 30% of his salary funneled into supporting the band.
BTS really healed me in times na I'm so down. I'm so lonely. I felt alone. And that made me really stand there. Super mahal kasi ng merch nila, and mahal na mahal ko sila at bibili talaga ako para lang sa kanila. And I'm really willing to spend it for BTS.
That fan loyalty and buying power from BTS's fan club known as ARMY is boosting earnings forecasts for parent company HYBE in 2026. While the label hit record revenue in 2025, operating profit fell 73% as it invested into new intellectual property. HYBE is hoping its tried and tested profit engine BTS will lift its results this year. Billboard estimates BTS's reunion could make more than $1 billion, with the bulk coming from the group's biggest tour yet, with 82 shows across 34 cities. Analyst Hyunji Lee says live experiences are replacing physical album sales as the main driver for K-pop's growth, especially as the industry expands its reach into the North American market.
As more artists enter the Billboard Hot 100 chart, their fandoms are expanding in the global market, and this expanded fandom is leading to large-scale tours that will drive another wave of growth. K-pop is establishing itself not merely as an industry confined to Asia, but as one that exerts significant influence in the global market.
Some forecasts believe the K-pop events market could be worth $17 billion by 2035. Those projections are encouraging more Korean entertainment agencies to expand into the K-pop business. That includes Amoeba Culture, which had specialized in more indie genres before debuting the girl group Hype Princess, in tandem with Korean corporate giants such as CJ ENM. They say they wanted to capitalize on K-pop's developed publishing system and fandom culture that can't be found in other sectors of the music business. It's a costly endeavor, but one that they're hoping will pay off.
어떤 라이트한 K-pop 팬들을 다시 묶어둘 수 있는 좀 강력한 락인 효과를 낼 수 있다고 보고요. 그다음에 이 그룹이 월드 투어를 돌 때 어마어마한 경제적 가치를 창출할 수 있다고 봅니다. 열심히 활동을 해서 위력적인 화력을 보여준다면, 위력적인 인기를 보여준다면 이는 K-pop 아티스트가 수명이 굉장히 길 수 있다는 증거이기도 합니다.
Yeah, what's really fascinating is how this comeback taps into national identity. Just looking at the title of this album, Arirang, it's a name from the iconic Korean folk song, musically expressing their roots, as well as the emotions behind this return. And the choice of the venue tells a story as well. They're kicking things off at Gwanghwamun Square. This is at the heart of Seoul, in front of Gyeongbokgung Palace, which dates back to the Joseon dynasty that ruled Korea for over 500 years. So there's this real sense of history and heritage there. But it's also a symbol of modern Korea and its resilient democracy, having hosted major rallies and candlelit visuals during the key political moments.
Yeah.
So we've got this very powerful mix of past and present coming together for this very comeback.
I love it. Thank you for the tour of Seoul, Professor Julie Yu. No, because of the sheer scale of the concert. And of course, that location does look large. Authorities have raised security levels for what seems like a massive tourism event to rake in the buck. So if you think about South Korea's plight in the last year, trade tensions, domestic issues, people on the streets, all uncertain, can BTS now help spur growth for the country? Now, there's potential because in 2019, the band brought in more than $4 billion. That is 0.3% of South Korea's GDP, Liz.
Yeah, but tomorrow's concert is free. Still, Bloomberg estimates that it could rake in nearly $180 million for Seoul alone. And if you compare that with Taylor Swift, so the average per concert impact was around $50 to $70 million. So we're talking about hotels, flights, shopping, food, really everything else. And BTS's fan base, that is also known as ARMY, and they are also flying from all over the world to get a glimpse of their favorite band.
Yeah, many will be decked out in merch, from shirts with BTS emblazoned on. And apparently BTS light stick, this price has surged more than 6 times and ahead of the comeback concert. And those who can't fly to Seoul can catch it on Netflix live stream tomorrow. And there is a documentary dropping on the 27th. Mark your calendars. And Netflix hasn't disclosed how much it paid for the streaming rights. But for context, its deal with Beyonce back in 2019 was reportedly worth nearly $60 million.
Yeah, staggering stuff. So whether it's physical crowds or global streaming audiences, this comeback isn't just a performance, safe to say. It's a multi-platform, multi-billion-dollar economic engine.